Okay, back up and live again. Not unsure completely what's going on and why we keep on losing the stream. Hopefully we're back, everything's normal for another hour. I don't know how long, I don't know what it's doing. I really don't. ATK car into the pits, it's leaving the pits as we see. So good stint by Christian Venter. And so here comes some drama now. I'm not too sure what is actually going on here. Maybe Christian Deploy or somebody else can assist us, but there is a DSQ next to Christian Venter's name. So somewhere something has happened. That's really bad luck. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully you guys can let us know. Anybody there from ATK that can help us? But as you can see, if you've just joined us after another ridiculous disconnect, and again, I'm sitting here streaming and talking and my YouTube screen is gone. It's just, you know, it's like the end of the stream. So it's not coming from me. I cannot tell you what's wrong, but something's wrong. Just after that, I saw Christian Venter pull into the pits, what looked like a normal pit stop, and the next thing there was a DSQ next to the ATK car, and they've disconnected and they're gone. So it's a very sad thing. After 4 hours, they've had a disqualification. I have no clue what you get that for in this track. I know, you know, at Mazzano you can cross across the track and it deems it a shortcut and you've gone the wrong direction and you get DSQ'd. But if the server was set to no driver stint limits and things like that, I can't understand what would have caused that, or if he drove into the pits too quickly, who knows. Maybe somebody can share that with us. Christian's on the YouTube. The pit limiter didn't engage. Jeez. That is bad luck, man. So sorry, dude. I couldn't understand how you got that. I saw you drive into it and it just was like, and now? Oh, that's terrible luck. Unfortunate. Definitely. I am not having a good time with this YouTube stream at all. We've had I've had 4 YouTube shutdowns, not disconnects, because I'm on the internet and it's running, but the YouTube channel switches off. It's amazing. Frustrating, but anyway. Yeah, agreed, Lazarus. That is a sack of turds. That's just terrible. Jeez, and you guys are right in it, right there. Halfway through the race and you were leading. Eish. Okay, well, we are then down to Bernard Bernsey King for Kinetic Simworks here. Still dicing with the hybrid boys. They go 12 seconds back in second place. Mayer now up into third place in the Audi, and the 2 LNR cars in fourth and fifth. Christian back in, reconnected, and on the same lap, mind you, as the 2 LNR cars. So Sean Skitter, you look at the map, there he is. He's just come out the boot, and Christian is there. So half a track away, at least half a lap away. So with 4 hours to go, they'll be back into 5th, possibly 4th place, and knocking on the door of 3rd. So keep on going, that's for sure. Big gaps all through the field, naturally, as you can expect in an endurance. And with 16 cars left, it's tough to find something that's close somewhere. Here's Mr. Werner Skuman. They're going around in 10th place in the BMW. Well, thanks, Christian. Yeah, I'm trying my broadcast PC, as I mentioned. I was going to get that up and running, and that's the picture-in-picture. So trying to at least bring you, 2 dices if there's a couple of cars close together, and we can watch them at the same time. So Mort Musana in the Aston Martin, the Avara Racing Aston Martin, and again, they're doing really well. Yeah, they are in 9th place. Checking in here on Reg. Running solo. He's done 4 hours already, so he's still in the car and going. And on lap 128, leaders on 135, so he's only 7 laps off after 4 hours. Peter Solomon in the Aston Martin, Team Karachma Racing, and they also had an earlier drama, and Mole was in the car and busy driving back from the back. Tinus Boerte in the McLaren, Team Tryhard Racing. Then 2 laps ahead of them, it's Kurt Glashagen in the Lamborghini Ground Zero Racing Lambo. John Mostert for Iron Lynx Racing. They're the only remaining Ferrari. The other Ferrari dropped out, unfortunately. That was Mr. Schuman's car. Forget the team name now, but they unfortunately had a disconnect, and that was that. Rob van der Heffer was in the car. But yeah, bad luck there, and Gerard Pretorius as well. I think they just had some problems. Gian Kleinans in the SRC Audi, which was jumping around the track earlier on this afternoon. At one stage up in the trees, actually. But they back on and going, and in 11th place. And not too far, about 30 seconds off the back of Werner Schumann here for Team Tryhard Racing Wormslang. Christian Deploy got a stop go 30 for speeding in the pit lane, so that's not going to help their cause. Yeah. And Jacques Vermeulen brings the LNR Expendables BMW in for their pit stop. 10 minutes to the hour. Or past the hour, I beg yours. So that pit stop happening. Lots of other unnecessary commotion happening on the Discord channels, so I'm not going to talk about that or continue about that. It's just petty stuff. 4 hours 10 minutes done in this, the 8 hours of Laguna, Watkins Glen, and Bernard Bernsey King currently leading. Johan Bager Krobler hanging on to second and not that far back for hybrid, with Henry Mayer in third place, 30 seconds off the back of the hybrid car. Hey yo, Mr. B, how's it? Welcome back. Yeah, it hasn't been a pleasant exercise today, trying to run the stream and this picture-in-picture, and all the tech is good, but the YouTube is just going bananas. I've had to restart this thing 5 times, I think, and it's probably going to happen again in about 30 minutes. I can't tell you why. My internet's up, but YouTube just goes to sleep and it switches off, and I've got to start a new stream, blah blah blah. So as we see the LNR car, Sean Skitter coming into the pits, these guys running really well and currently in 4th place. Bernard Bernsey King, your leaders at the moment by on 142 laps. Bager Krobler for Team Hybrid Academy, not that far back. I think the gap's about 18 to 20 seconds. It's 18.6 seconds. And then I was going to tell you, Henry Mayer, 30 seconds further back, he's just come into the pits in their Audi for the Team Early Birds, and Sean Skitt as well. So these two teams will be getting their pit stops done and dusted. They're also on 142 laps. Sean Skitter on 141. Sean Stradham now just gone on to 141. Then Jason Isherwood slowly but surely coming back from there, one lap down for Retro Esports. On 140, Christian Deploy, the ATK car on 140, Yakon Odia on 140, Muad Musa on 140, and then we have Werner Skuman in 10th place, 139, and everybody else 138 and lower. So quite a big discrepancy in lap counts differences between the guys at the front and mid and at the back. Reginald, unfortunately, at the back again, and lap 135 for this man, but doing well as a solo driver. So there we go. Hybrid car into the pits. So this will probably see a driver, or possibly see a driver change. Not probably. Waiting still to see if Daniel's going to get, or when he gets in the car, or if Ryan Ottens gets back in. Bernard Bernsey Kings in the KSR Aston Martin and running well. And then driver change, Fleming Bauer now in the Audi from Henry Mayer. And they're currently in third, while Bagger Krobler's in the pits, as you see. So we'll watch and see how the Audi does coming up out the boot section and heading back towards the normal track. They go rolling. Oh, and they've now got to drive through. So I don't know what that is now, if that was possibly speeding in the pit lane or over the white line. I'm not sure. So that changes the whole complexion here of this race now. And there is indeed a driver change. So Bager's out, Ryan Otten's in the car. So Ryan's going to now hammer in some laps. He's going to have to go in though and get this drive-through cleared. I really don't know what that was or why I got it. Okay, Niall Bullion back in the car. They're out for Team LNR, and they carry on. So far, the YouTube channel's still going. So just a pre-warning for the 10 or 11 people that are connected and watching. There's a good chance this thing just will turn itself off. It is not me. It happens midstream. It happens while I'm doing things. I'm sending signal. I don't know what is going on, but I'll just keep on creating a new one. Go and look on the Raceface.PRO channel. You'll see the new live and connect there. Just a pre-heads up, because I've been apologizing after every disconnect since it started happening, which was like 4 hours ago or 3 hours ago. Right, let's continue. So, update as of 4.5 hours here. Bernard Burnsy King on 146 laps, currently leading from Fleming Bauer in this early birds Audi, which is looking a little bit netcodey and a little bit glitchy, if I may add. But they are in second place. Look at the track map. There's the leader. And Bernard Burnsy King literally is a lap up on the entire field right now. Ryan Ottens, here he is in third place for hybrid and going like a madman. Last lap, he had a bad last lap, by the way, 1:59.9, so he's had a problem somewhere, did Ryan Ottens. Sean Stratham, the pink LNR BMW, running a little wide through T1, but onwards and up the hill he goes, trying to get by the back mark in the Aston Martin. I think it's Mr. Solomon. And then in fifth place, it's Niall Bullion, the Scotsman from LNR in their BMW, and he comes over the line to start lap 145. His last lap a 146.0. That's your top five with, yeah, as I say, 3 hours, 3.5 hours to go. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the picture-in-picture thingy. It's another machine I set up, my old gaming machine. I converted it to a broadcast PC so we could get doubled up, as I'm saying this, Bernard King, as you can see, into the pits. So we can watch two interesting things happening at the same time. So Fleming going past our man Reginald Mitteleni there in the Honda, and Fleb on lap 146 has to literally go all the way around at the moment to catch up to Bernard Burnsy King, who is static up there in the picture-in-picture. And then Ryan Ottens for Hybrid Academy, 12 seconds back. And there we see Bernard off the jacks and going. And we'll see if he's still in the car or if he's swapped drivers. I think it's still Bernard in the car. So possibly double stinting at the moment. Avara Creative, you're welcome. Thanks. I feel terrible about what's been happening with all the disconnects. I really have no clue what it is. It seems like every other time I do a stream, something else is going on. So I don't know if this is YouTube issues or what the issues are. Right, so Bernard staying in the car, double stinting, and stays in the lead. Bauer coming over the line now, as you can see, and back onto the same lead lap, as will be Ryan Ottens, who is 12 seconds back. So Bernard King, there he is, the triangle going through the boot of the toe of the boot, and Fleming up through the chicane, high-speed chicane up the hill. That's how far back, that's the gap first to second. Yeah, ain't that right? Technology. I still thoroughly enjoy the sound of these Mercedes-Benzes when they come past. It's just such a raw, guttural V8 sound. And there's a few V8s. I mean, we've got the Lexus, we've got the Bentley, we've got the Aston. The Mercedes just makes its own music. The ambient dude. Hello. Who's this? And you're in where? What am I missing? Going back to this man, Venus Kuman. I know he's a little bit ways down in 10th place, but closing in on Moed Musa in the Aston Martin. Yeah, I agree. They've got a nice, a healthy but rattling V8 tone to them. I don't know how to put it. It's not a NASCAR tone. It's not an Aussie tone V8s. It's just its own sound. Hello, Yako. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Glad you're enjoying it. And the idea was that if I do show replay, I don't have to go away from the live stream, or, you know, if there's two dices happening at the same time. So that's what's going on. So the other broadcast PC is running in the lounge area, and I'm remote connecting to it, and then Discord, at least obs, I'm setting a screen size based on where the image is in a window, and that's what's going on. And I've got two remote controls running for the camera work. So, I mean, watch this. I can put Burnsy on here, looking backwards, and then we'll go Burnsy on here, looking forwards. So, yeah, just having fun with it, and hopefully it does provide us, you know, that we don't miss anything. So now I've just got to watch the timing tower and not miss any issues that may happen. So back we go to the hybrid boys. Ryan Otten's hammering out the laps. His last lap of 45.1. He's going quick again. This lap he goes over the line, and it's a 1:44.9. He is indeed going quick again. So the hybrid, foot down, 10 seconds off the back of Fleming Bauer in the Audi. And this race is not over for first, second and third. By no means of the imagination. Oh, right. Interview room. Stand by. Nobody arrived, so I just disconnected completely. Let's go and reconnect, and then we'll have a chat with somebody. Ching. It's Ruan. Hello. Mr. Saliers, you're muted. Are you there, sir? Hey. Right, hold on. Let me just sort your microphone out. Say hello.
Hello.
There you are. Good. You're on live. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's been a great race so far.
It has been. A little bit of teething problems here, there, and everywhere. But, yeah, how have you guys been going?
We've been doing well. We've been having solid races. I think our stints have been consistent, and unfortunately we got that drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
So I think that screwed up our race a little bit, but so we're slowly for surely making it back. I think we're aiming for a P8, maybe a P7, but so far it's going well.
It's Kleinant's in the car at the moment, huh?
Oh no! We're car 231.
Oh, sorry, Aston. Man. The
so
Aston. Musa.
Yeah, Muaf Musa is in the car right now.
Yeah. Then, yes.
Next up, is gonna have Matt, and then Matt's gonna be for an hour, and then we're gonna have our two final stints. We're either gonna have it one long stint for driver, or we're gonna have it two two small qualifying stints for both of them.
But that tells me that somebody's got to get you probably getting back in the car at midnight or something like that.
No, I'm not getting back at all.
Oh, you done?
Yeah. Musa is gonna drive until there's 3 hours left now, and then
Okay.
it's gonna be our 3 last stints. So
Awesome. Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's been a little bit of a rocky road for some teams, but these endurances, they throw a lot of things at all the teams, you know?
oh yeah, 100%. Like that disqualifying. I mean, people are going protesting that a lot now, but I feel like it was fair that the disqualifying was cleared, but we'll see what the stewardess panel says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
we'll let Berta sort that out. I mean, you know, the guys are getting emotional about it, and I do feel and understand, you know, the rules are there, but, you know, they were 2 or 3 laps up the road from all the other cars. So, you know, drive through or a stop go or a reset to that, you know, just feels a little bit more acceptable. But I do understand how the other guys are feeling about it as well.
yeah, I feel it as well. Like I've been saying for my team as well a long time, as bad as this is here to please everyone, and
That's it.
We have to put some respect on his name. You know, let him control these races how he wants to control them, to make sure that everyone's happy, that everyone's enjoying their time. Because at the end of the day, this is a community fun event.
Exactly.
This is to bring us together. This is to have us all understand and love each other, and that's all we were looking for in this community.
That's it. You know, it's not like there's 10 grand up for grabs here or anything like that. It's a communal community. We're all in this and enjoy the sport and the hobby, whatever you call it. And yeah, I agree. So anyway, let's see what happens. But enough of that for now. Musa putting in some good laps. His last laps are 46.9, so he's not slow out there.
Oh yeah, guys... definitely not slow. I did tell him to try and aim for 46s.
Okay.
But
and
yeah,
you're happy with the car setup?
Oh yeah, we're very happy with the car setup. I think we've been struggling with a lot of degradation at the end of our stints.
Okay.
After about 40 to 50 minutes of driving, the front tires just seem to fall off, and the tire pressure just seems to drop by 0.5 psi. So we're struggling at the ends there, but we're managing.
Good. Yeah. Well, look, the track temp is now 18, 19. You started at 23 and 27, I think. So
yeah, we've been lucky. Our setup is in such a way that all of our tires is basically the same pressures, no matter what the temps is. So we can just easily put all of our tires 2 or 3 clicks up, and then we manage our tires that way. So we're very lucky there.
Awesome, dude. Well, there we go.
And then Alan, these one position P1, 2, and 3 is a tight race. I mean,
it is.
They're coming back into each other. I see. I think it's P2 is now increasing their pace to a 44.9, which is absolutely insane. So, very exciting commentary laying forward for yourself.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's definitely happening. This thing's not over. We've had 3 dominating drives already happened. The ATK guys, the hybrid guys, Boa in the Audi, and then also the other the Aston Martin as well, that was up there, Bernard Burnsy King, who is now leading. So there's a whole lot going on, and it's not over. We've still got a good 3 hours and some change to go. So yeah, well, let's see what happens going forward, man.
Yeah, it looks to me like King and his team is going for the long stints, high fuel long stints, trying to push these tires as to the max. I do believe that they are a pit stop ahead of P2 and P3, but I think P2 and P3 is going to come back with the faster tires and the lighter fuel, and in the end, I think the last hour is going to be very exciting for all of us. And,
definitely.
I'll make sure to tell my team to stay out of the way for P1, 2, and 3, and then we can have some nice action there in the end.
There's it, yeah. Well, good luck anyway, and hope you guys stay on, and no dramas, and you get it to the end, and you do get a better result. Currently, you're on 150s, yeah. So you're only a lap away from 3 cars. So 5th place, which is on 151, I'll bull you on. Now you've just gone on to lap 151, so it's close, man. There's all to play for, and 4 positions ahead of you that you can still make up.
Yeah. I see Van Billion is just behind us, so
it's almost I
think we need to either increase our stints and then have very fast lucky stints in the end, but I do believe that from about 11 p.m. Our time, everyone's going to start getting tired. Everyone's going to start being draining. Ooh, Moose almost loses it.
That was close.
I think from 11 p.m. here local time, I think we all going to be very tired, very exhausted, and I think that's when we are going to capitalize with our two fast drivers in the end there.
Cool. Well, I wish you all the best, Ron. Thanks for popping in for a chat, my man, and let's see what happens.
Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Come chat later if you're keen.
100%. I'll probably see you in about a half an hour, 45 minutes.
All good, man.
Cheers, Alan.
Ciao, ciao. Cool. So there we go. Ron giving us a heads up on where the Aston Martin is and how they've been going. So, and I said this car's been running nice and cleanly, not too much dramas. A BMW on 153 laps. Fleming's just gone over the line. Here he is onto 154. So the triangle, which you can see on the track map, is down at the toe of the boot. That's first place, and here's second place going up and heading through the left-right fast chicanes up the hill. Awesome. Altman Live, hello Meneer. Want some more coverage on Peter Solomon? Let us go and collect the man. He is in 14th for Team Karugma Racing, or Karugma. Peter Solomon in the Aston, and I dig it. It's a nice looking livery, grey and blue. Bernard Burnsy King, as we see, going over the start-finish line and now heading up the hill, still trailing just behind Sean Stradham in the LNR BMW, and here we're looking back at them. Sean Stradham trying desperately to hang on to this lap and not wanting to go another lap down, obviously. Gavin Scruton also in the YouTubes. Good evening, sir. Yeah, you've had a rough time as well in that that car. You guys feel free to come and have a chat in the channel if you want to. Let us know what's been going on with your car and how you found things. Peter Solomon in 14th at the moment, and last laps are 49.8, so quite a ways off pace and possibly struggling, or considering being going for 4 hours and 40 minutes give or take. There's also going to be a substantial amount of tiredness, tired arms, tired eyes, mental tiredness, etc, etc. I can't find the word, it's gone missing now, but you know what I mean. It's endurance racing. Going back up to Ryan, who is hammering laps. Yeah, sub 45s every lap. 44.9 his last lap, and he's chasing Fleming, who just did a 47. So Fleming Bauer in the Audi going to come under increasing amount of pressure shortly. Fleming going over the start-finish line, as you can see in the picture-in-picture. And that lap of 47.3, Ryan goes over the lap line of 45.3, so 2 seconds quicker on that lap alone. So Fleming either having a lot of drop-off or deg on the tyres, fatigue, that's the word, or he's feeling a whole lot of fatigue right now. I am watching my OBS and YouTube with the eagle eye, because it's kind of roundabout now when the YouTube channel just turns itself off. So again, I'll repeat, if it does, I will create another one quickly and reconnect, and we'll stream onto the next one. But I'm not too sure what is going on or where the problem is. My OBS is sending out 8 megs, 8 kilobits per second, constant stream, high quality. You can look at the your settings on YouTube. You can upgrade your quality all the way up to 1440p 60 HD. The stream should look very pretty in high quality HD. I've also toned the lighting down to make it look a little bit more real and not too digital. Jason, look at this. Man's done exceptionally well. So Jason Esherwood, 1.3 seconds off the back of the 80k car of Christian Deploy now. And this is also 4th position, although I think Christian Deploy has just gone past Jason. So, but Jason Esherwood and the Retro Esports car was almost a lap down after 10 minutes of racing. And they've basically driven their way back from last to 7th place at the moment. So they are... let me go and have a look here if I can go to this screen and look at standings. So there they are. Retro Esports currently sitting 3rd overall with 110 points, ahead of the LNR Expendables. So that's coming up for a race on track now. And behind Kinetic Simworks Racing Prism, which is the Bernard Bach Burnsy King car, which is currently leading. So, and the leaders, Hybrid Academy, are currently in 3rd. So there's going to be a whole lot of chopping and changing going on here in the next 2 or 3 hours for sure. Yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, I don't know, seriously, I even vented at Bertus because I was convinced maybe somebody was disconnecting the thing. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, for now we're all good. It's pushing signal, everything's stable. Let's keep going. Ryan, all over the back, coming past this Aston Martin. That's Peter Solomon just being nice and keeping out the way. And Ryan now 3.2 seconds off the back of the Audi. So incoming, pass for position between 3rd and 2nd. Let's watch this happen. Fleming behind the McLaren going up the hill. That's going to hold him up a little bit. And now they side by side through the chicane. Well, through the sweep. Fleming flying through the bus stop over the curbs, and Ryan Arton's following suit to get back down to 2.3 seconds. Ryan arrives on the back of the McLaren. It's his turn, and the McLaren does really well to stay out the way. Mr. Buerta just decides that race is not his race and does the gentlemanly kind thing lets Ryan go through on the racing line, and he powers ahead now, 2 seconds off the back of the Audi. So here we go. It's all going to start happening shortly. "14 minutes to the hour." I'm starting to get a twitch on my left eye now, expecting this YouTube channel to turn off. Let's see what it looks like to be in the seat. This is the view from Ryan. Out the toe section of the boot section, up the hill. Sure, and that gap's close now. One and a half seconds it is, with 12 minutes to go to the next round of pit stops. And the pit stops will affect this race, definitely. I think somehow Bernard has they've managed to just jump ahead of the sequence of pit stops. They're not an entire lap ahead, they're half a lap ahead, but these three of the three teams currently on the same lap, they're all on 160. And then we've got 4 teams on 159 laps, so it's still close with 3 hours to go. Right, this is it. This is for position. Fleming stays on the outside racing line and Ryan just sends it up the inside. He pretty much hasn't even defended the line, so he's going to let him go. Ooh, Ottens runs a bit hot into that big left-hander heading down to the toe. But already putting a bit of daylight between himself and Bauer. In the background we can see Christian Deploy coming along in the ATK car and trying to drive back from their lap down. He is a lap down on both of these cars. So needs to pass them and then go all the way around again before the end of the race. I'm going to just take a quick, a short break. I'll be back now. Right, back. Here we go. So Christian Deploy arriving on the back of the Bauer Aston Martin. And Christian clearly the quicker car, so he's going to make a pass stick, and then he has to drive away. Jason Isherwood in the picture-in-picture view, and he is not too far back behind this ATK car. 10 seconds back. Otton's just up ahead, a 45.5 his last lap. Bernard Bernsey King a 45.4 when he went over. And then these two, Fleming 45.7 and Christian a 45.7. Christian right in the tow now, so he's going to get a huge tow all the way up the hill and probably be side by side when they get to the bus stop. So here we go. Puts the hazards on and says thank you. As we see Werner Skuman into the pits in 8th, and Kurt Glashagen in 13th, and Reg Mitteleni from 15th. So they're pretty much all on the hour pit stoppers and coming to get their pit stops done and dusted. Everything still looks good on the YouTube. Everyone's still there. It's still running. Touch wood. This is a foreign concept to me, this regular disconnect. I have no clue what is going on. I'm going to leave the picture-in-picture on auto for a bit. Christian Deploy clearly on his way. He's starting to extend that gap, so he will be out of range of blue flags, not too distant future. And he is now going to try and close in on the back of Ryan Ottens and also get that unlapped to him. And then it's all the way around again to catch up to Bernard Burnsy King before he gets back onto the lead lap. So trying hard, and at least, you know, we're getting a race here, boys. That's the bigger picture. Let's look at this from a perspective of we don't have a team running off into the distance. There's a competitive race happening, which is more fun, I think. Lawrence Krobler, how's it? All my UPSs and gensets going off at Claremont. Right, 80k into the pits. Make sure you push the button. There we go. Christian doing the job that he needed to do and as best as he could. Tinus Buerta also coming into the pits in the McLaren. And we see Sean Stradham just cruising around close proximity behind Bernard King, pretty much getting a toe up every straight. Sean Stradham on 166 and lying in 4th place at the moment for the LNR Expendables. And we're on the hour, 3 hours left, so 5 hours done of this, the 8 hours of the Glen. Hopefully everything is stable and sorted and we can carry on to the end. You're joining me, Alan Patterson, in the booth. Nobody else came around tonight, so I'm pretty much freewheeling on my own tonight again. And we got 3 hours left until race finish, and this isn't over. I can't tell you. If you had to push me now for an answer who's going to win, I wouldn't be prepared to say it's KSR or hybrid at the moment. It's all up in the air at the moment, and depending on traffic and pit stops and, you know, the usual internet issues, who knows. You might as well go and take a ticket on the lotto at the moment. Yeah, we see Matthijs Brits back in the Avara Racing Aston Martin. In game time, as you can see, it's just gone 10 past 7 in the evening, and it's getting dark. It's dusk, the sun is down, so lights are on. It's going to look hugely effective at night with the exhaust flashing and the sparks as we carry on going all the way around the Glen. 8 hours. Hey Elliot, Skuman and Brits. There he is, Werner Skuman, Team Try Hard Racing, and Jason Isherwood in the pits, just up ahead in 6th, but Skuman good. On lap 165, chasing Matthijs Brits, who's here. And Werner is just through the bus stop there and going into the boot. So, yeah, that gap, what is the gap? It's probably about 15 seconds. Good dice going on. But you can see big gaps in between every other kind of car. 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps. There we go. 28.2 seconds. So, dices are happening. Mostert in the pits for the Iron Dames Racing or Team Lynx Racing Ferrari. 12th place, the sole remaining Ferrari after we lost our friend Skuman in the other Ferrari. I don't know what happened there. Bernard King still towing that Sean Strader Malinar car around, and I wouldn't put it beside Sean Stratham actually taking a dip and getting a pass done to try and unlap himself. There's no reason he shouldn't if he's quick enough. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Matthijs Brits last lap a 146.8, Werner doing a 145.5, so make no mistake, this gap is going to close up very quickly. We'll leave this on and see what happens. Busy running around behind the Ferrari of Randabel, who's just got in again, driver change. And Werner having to just negotiate a bit of error wash. As Sean Straden comes into the pits, the Ferrari gets out the way for Mr. Skuman. And so that releases Werner, and he's now 27 seconds. He probably said thanks, and the Ferrari is flashing at him saying, cool, all good. I will open my energy drink at 11 o'clock. And I need that for 2 hours to get me to 1. In-car view here with Werner Skuman in the BMW, and you can see it's dusk. Sun's gone, no more shadows. It's such a beautiful game, you've got to admit, huh? Can't get much better than this. And if it's all set properly and the correct kind of tinting and aura, it looks grand. Yeah, for sure, JW. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think we've solved the YouTube issue, although I didn't do anything, as I say myself, but it hasn't disconnected yet. So I'll just touch wood and hope it carries on all how it should. Paul Fenter climbs in the car. So he's taken over in the pink BM from Sean Stradham, and Paul Fenton are going to try and drive back and get onto the lead laps, chasing his fellow league teammate Niall Bullion just up ahead. Fleming in the Audi here in third place, and he's 12 seconds off the back of Ryan Ottens. Ryan Ottens running very comfortably at the moment. 1:45.1 for Ryan. In the I need to find a good word for the sound. Clattering V8. I don't know. It's just it's not a throbbing. The Bentley throbs. This thing's got a different sound. Ah, excellent. Elliot saying still runs us in VR. I've never tried it. I don't want to invest in it. It'll just be a waste of money, and I've heard other stories about people getting sick, and I don't suffer from that or seasickness, but still I've got a 49-inch and two 24-inch monitors. I've got plenty here, but it would be fun to see what it's like. Ah, media chat, there's people here. What's up, Pansy?
Gonna heavy conversation.
Russ is coming in as well. I've been waiting for him all day. He's been in the dog box. How's it, Russ?
Oh, we were talking about dogs.
Where as well. Good evening, Alan. Good evening, YouTube. I hope you're doing well.
I'm tired, man. I thought I hurt your feelings somewhere. You were pissed off at me and you just refused to come get in the booth with me. So I'm a little upset, I must say.
No, I've had a bit of a day, as I was just telling Hansi, but I'll leave that out of here.
Yeah.
All good. Hansi, how's your day been, dude?
My day's been pretty okay-ish, huh? In the car, on the track, it's been okay.
Who's in the car now? It's
currently it's Werner.
Yeah, Werner's come on.
But I'm happy for where we're actually sitting, from where we started out of the pits. I don't know what happened. We had a teleport back into the pits for no reason, but I think it's just a glitch because it has happened before.
Yeah.
No warning messages, nothing, just glitched back to the pits, and yeah, we started from pits.
Did that happen while Eric was driving?
Yeah, it was still on your formation lap, and no message, no teleport, no nothing. It just popped him back into the pits.
I mean, on the sprint race on Wednesday, I didn't teleport, but I got ejected back to pits because I stopped on the pace lap to fix a video setting on my rearview mirror, which had gone all wonky and was out of position. And I'd stopped too long, and it ejected me to pits exactly the same as what happened to you guys.
Sure.
That's why I was asking, did he maybe stop, or was it while he was driving, or what, you know?
No, not at all.
Oh, maybe I just see... There's a DSQ again for the 80k car now.
Oh, cook.
Another one.
I'm wondering if...
No, I think they implemented it now, the race control.
Yeah, there's maybe some sort of weird track limits glitch with the new tracks. As far as I know, this one hasn't been laser scanned.
I spoke to Bertus as well, and he said exactly the same thing happened to him on this track as well, that he was teleported back to the pit for no reason at all.
Yeah, so it could have some glitches being one of the newer tracks, eh?
Yeah, for definitely.
So, Hansi, where do you think you're going now at 9th place at the moment? What are your expectations? Because you're on the same lap as 2 cars ahead of you.
Well, I'm happy where we are now, but yeah, I think we should pick up another, most probably a place or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could look at...
7th maybe. I think we're around 7th or 8th will be our finished position.
Sounds good, man. I like your optimism. When are you getting back in the car, sir?
This one after this, I'll be doing from basically real time. I'll be doing from 11 till 12. Then we're still deciding who's going to do the last hour. Most probably I'll stick Werner back into the car because he's got a little bit of faster pace. He's been picking up pace this last couple of weeks like insane.
Yeah. And he's running good. He's doing 45.9 at the moment. So
yeah.
Lekker. Well, wish you all the best going forward. Hopefully you can get this 1 or 2 positions, anywhere 6, 7, 8. It's going to be a good result, man.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Alan.
Good.
All right, guys.
Good luck, Hansi.
Enjoy Rasa, enjoy Alan.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Cheers, bye-bye.
I believe your missus is also gone in the UK now.
Yes, she's away travelling. So peace and quiet.
Okay. Yeah, no, Dee's leaving on Wednesday for her next 5-month stint with her mum and stuff. So, then it'll be me, through Christmas again with the one dog. So we'll see how it goes.
Dogs make the best company sometimes.
It's true. But yeah, last year our girl died. So now I've got the one pug boy left, and he's also getting old long in the tooth. So hopefully he hangs on until his mum gets back.
Sorry to hear that. My issues the last couple of weeks have been with one of my dogs as well. So yeah, we're in the same boat. But
cool.
On a cheerier subject, isn't it nice to see Watkins Glen again?
It is, man. It's awesome to be back here. The first one that we've managed to have with an endurance, and it's such a fast track, Russ. The guys are lapping quick, man.
It's a fabulous track. I never understood why Formula One couldn't go back here. Considering IndyCar runs it, I know they're trying to push them into cities and stuff, but it is such a good track.
It must be something to do with the pits or the back-end facilities or something, because, yeah, you're right. I mean, the Grand Prix circuit that we're racing now, it's an awesome layout for, and should make for some very exciting motorsport racing, huh?
I mean, if you take out the boot and heel, and just make it a straight, it's basically what's going to be Vegas next year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all about the media and making money. I mean, I've been seeing on the social media the hotel prices that they've been posting now, and they're like 200% and 300% up just because this race is there.
I saw there was one. What was it? One of the hotels. It was like $15,000 for the weekend.
Unreal.
And they wouldn't guarantee which side of the building you'd be on.
That's unbelievable. I mean, really, it's just. It goes to show what a money-making racket the whole thing is,
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, racing is expensive. I mean, these GT3 cars are what? You're looking at €500,000 for the car and a couple of spare parts, and probably another 2-3 on top of that just to run the team.
Yeah, definitely, man. You been following it all, or were you at the vets all day? Have you been keeping an eye on what's happening?
I've dropped in and out very briefly, and just reminiscing about, because they've used a lot of the old branding from about 10 odd years ago and then spattered Fanatec around. Yeah. So, but the race itself's been quite exciting. Apart from the little dramas with the ATK car, but this starts currently going on with Bernsey King, the KSR car, and then Ryan Ottens and Bauer in the Audi. This is all happening. I mean, we've got 2 hours 45 minutes to go, and it's nearly not over at all, eh? No, I'm seeing you've got the top 3 on the same lap, about 30 seconds ahead. Sorry, I'm watching the stream.
Oh yeah, let me share that.
I'm not spectating. It's I mean, I know it's a fast track, but it's also quite a technical track.
It is, man.
Because you've got a lot of just slightly off camber bends, and there's walls where you wouldn't like them really.
Right, there you go. No, that's the stream as well. No, let me stop that, just so that you can catch up on the real time here. What do you think of my little picture-in-picture attempt here?
The little trick camera you've got down there.
So I'm remoting to my old gaming PC, which is set up as a broadcast machine. I've remoted remote desktop to that, and then I'm grabbing a screen grab of a corner of the screen and putting it picture in picture on the stream.
So you've grown an extra set of arms to try and
Exactly.
control it.
So I've got a remote control broadcasting for that machine and one below it for the live machine to allow me to select any car on the two screens.
It's definitely a very tricky. I don't think I've actually seen that before.
Yeah, so anyway, I could get that to work. I'm just trying to work out what to share here for you that you can see with me now.
I mean, it's almost like you've tried to mimic F1's tested having picture-in-picture in like the leaderboard and then on the rear view camera on the Halo.
Yeah,
it's a very trick little.
Good. Well, I'm trying. I'm not too sure what screen to share here, so just bear with me while I work this out. But we're currently just following around, as you say, Bernard King, Ottens, and Bauer. They 40 seconds separate the top three there, man. So
and then
it's
the gaggle of
close.
BMWs all chasing behind.
Exactly. Yeah, they've all now closed in on each other, so yeah, there's a bunch of them now.
I see. Reginald is
Rambo Mitteleni. That's who I've renamed him to.
determinedly sticking with his Honda.
You should be able to connect and watch that now, Russ. That's that's the OBS feed that's going to the YouTube channel, but it's obviously live with me as we're talking now. So here we go. But yeah, looks like I've solved the YouTube problem. You haven't been around here, but I had to restart, stop and restart streaming this stream 4 times since 5 o'clock this afternoon.
You're not running NVIDIA, are you?
No, I am.
The last 2 graphics drivers updates have
I know.
all sorts of problems.
No, I heard that. I backed it out about 3 days ago to about 5 releases further back.
Yeah.
So
even OBS has rolled back a bunch of NVIDIA's updates as well.
Yeah. So I cannot tell you what it is or what's causing it. I'm busy changing camera views, and the YouTube screen has, you know, what it looks like when it's finished, where it's got like 12 or 14 little images in it. That just happens, like doof, like it's just stopped. And my screen is, my thing at the bottom has got a green box, and I'm sending 7 kilobits per second. I'm like talking away, carrying on, and the YouTube's dead. So I've got to go into the YouTube account, set up the new scheduled stream for a minute later, start it, stop it, restart it. It's been an absolute, and I had to do that 4 times tonight.
Isn't it just joyous being in live production?
Dude, it's mental, man. Drives me insane. Are you seeing that okay? Can you see?
Oh yes, no, I'm watching both, just trying to see the comparisons there. But yeah, that live camera in the corner, that's a very trick little piece, like watching the BMW pits.
Yes.
It's a nice little addition to the stream. Well
Cool,
done.
man. Yeah. It's just I've got my desktop or my gaming PC, which I'm obviously streaming on, and we're commentating from, and then the broadcast PC, which is my old machine in the lounge that I've remote desktop to, doing the same thing, but obviously I'm just picking the image from that screen and then putting a picture in picture here. So, but I can drag this around like that, and you know, but that's it fits there and it works well. So I'm going to leave it like that.
You're almost going for the now removed Jimmy Broadbent foot camera.
No feed camera. Elliot on YouTube, curious, is there any live timing? So you can see, yeah, that is the little issue with Assetto Corsa. It doesn't update live, and we don't use the live timing software that is used at a couple of other channels and leagues. Bertus doesn't have that running, so you can only basically see what the delta differences are, the gaps between these guys when they go through one of the 3 sectors. Fenter, for instance, you can see the gaps 32.9 between 4th and 3rd place, and that's based on him just going through that sector on the track at that time, and that gives you the delta, which was the 2nd sector, and he's now going to come over the line
Yeah,
Now, yeah, there we
that
go.
live timing software does seem to do weird things with the server. Because even if you're logged in as spectator and admin, it doesn't quite update properly.
Yeah, it
And
does something weird.
it
I agree.
it does strange things. I'm assuming it's something to do with the way this is coded. But we sort of have to use what's best for the guys driving
Yeah,
and make a compromise with broadcasting the event.
exactly. I mean, the GT3 Championship on Thursday, Steve Koenig and them were using another form of the software, which I looked at about a couple of months ago, and it does show a more accurate live delta difference and sector times, but it doesn't show the deltas between the drivers. And the guys were complaining about that on the stream, so they've removed that and reverted back to this, which is the default timing, Assetto Corsa timing screen. So,
I mean, even the dedicated server tool, it seems to take the data from the same place that the UI takes it, so
yeah,
it doesn't update either, unfortunately.
agreed. So we've just seen Ottens do a pit for the hybrid car. He's out in the picture-in-picture and hammers through the first sector. It looks like he stayed in the car, so it hasn't been a driver change. And Mayer, that gap now looks like about 15 seconds between second and third after this pit stop, with 2.5 hours to go. I was saying earlier, as it was getting darker, it's going to look an incredible sight when the sun goes away, and you'll see the sparking and the exhausts glowing and all of that.
It's like 90s Formula 1. I know you've got the brake systems and everything
Exactly.
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So looking through the grid, it looks like Schumann's slowly catching up to Britt. I know he's a lap or so down, but it does look like he's just closing up every sort of 300-400ths every lap.
Yeah, indeed. They're not. They're on the same lap, so that's going to be a race for position when they get there. Brit's up ahead in the Aston Martin. You'll see on the track map on the right-hand side the red dot where they are now. And then I'll click on Schumann, and he's just coming up from the toe of the boot. So that gap, as you can see, it's 14.7 seconds. It's taking a long time, but he is closing him down. Last lap's Matthias Britz a 48.5, and Werner Schumann was a 46.4. So he was almost 2 seconds on that lap quicker. So you're right, 100%. They're definitely closing in.
It is nice to see the BMW being put in its place a little. I'm not gonna lie, but being British, you know, got to support Aston Martin even though it's German.
Yeah, I hear you. Even I've decided to hang up the BMW badge, and I've climbed in an Aston. So, yeah, I mean, I drove that M4 for the whole year kind of thing, but I came from the M6 as well. So.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the Bentley.
Yeah, totally. So anyway, we're trying as we can, but at the moment, single man myself as far as the teamie goes. So nothing much going on until the new year, really. So we'll get through this though and see what happens. But yeah, good to at least have somebody here to chat about other things, because I was almost putting the cameras onto remote and just sitting back and watching the race. So thanks for joining me. Glad to have you here.
No, as I got messaged by our glorious leader earlier asking a stewarding question, I thought, okay, my dog's asleep, I'll come and jump in, because
Awesome.
I can multitask, kind of.
There we go. Good. All right, I see Christian Deploy's reconnected down in 16th. So
I believe Bertus is doing some behind-the-scenes things to try and sort out the disqualification, because looking at the admin commands, there isn't a way to override. Yes, he's fighting with it.
I'm sure.
Short of restarting the server with the current grid, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing a sterling job.
Yeah, I mean, I understand some of the frustrations from some of the other teams, but you know, if you can't argue about the position or the whatever if it wasn't really for position. Yeah, the teams are maybe 2 or 3 laps down, and you know there was a lot of verbal abuse happening, which is totally unnecessary considering it's a social league. So, but anyway,
unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of time and effort put into this, so emotions do run strong.
oh yeah, true. I got you there. Right, so this Ferrari is closing in on this Lamborghini. The gap's 2.8 seconds. Rondable in the Ferrari, so they're also closing up, and there's the Lambo as you saw. And then the other close starts will be the Mayer, still 22 seconds off the back of Ottens. So the hybrid boys are all hovering and hoovering, and they're around here, and they've been pushing hard. So Ryan Ottens and Daniel Rowan Bago all trying to get back on the tail end of that Bernard Bernsey King Aston, because they're going to be pitting shortly. And that'll be another driver change to one of the other drivers getting in the car.
And also, don't forget the tow is very strong around Watkins.
Oh yeah.
It's you know, you've got a sector 2 you could call kind of complicated, but it is very much if you can get behind someone and get those drags down those straights between the corners, you're going to be making up massive amounts of lap time.
Exactly. Just doing a little update on the picture-in-picture view.
Galen Mauer in chat say someone tell Reggie
Yeah.
to drive faster. You don't want the Italian response to that if you try to get in the cockpit and tell him that.
I mean, Rambo Matilini here in his Honda insisted on doing this solo, or he couldn't find a teammate, one or the other, but he's essentially been going for 5.5 hours on his own.
The amount of regrets he's going to have tomorrow when he gets out of bed and picks his arms up.
He did this the other time though. This is not the first time he's doing this. He did it in one of the other races, and I can't remember where you were. I don't think you were with me then. And he also did that one solo. So he's an odd chap, this Reggie, but he's out there and he's going. So let's give him credit where it's due.
I mean, fair play to him. He's saving, 20 odd seconds on the driver's swap each time?
Exactly. Sean Skitter climbed back in the car, taken over from Niall Bullion. So the LNR BMW comfortably in 5th place, chasing the teammate, the pink BM, and the leaders are in the pits. Here we go. So Bernard Bernsey King rolling down the pit lane, and we'll put our focus on Ottens, who has just gone up the hill. So he's got to go all the way around to try and get back onto level pegging with this car. So we'll watch this gap diminish and see what happens and who also gets in the car, because I'm sure Bernard King's going to do a driver swap now.
Who is that behind Ottens on track? Because they seem to be...
That's the LNR car. That's Skitter.
Right. Scooter seems to be catching him looking at the gaps from the camera angles. So I think he may be about to pit as well, because he's not really throwing it into the corners. I wonder if he's gone through his tyres a bit much.
Maybe. Right, we see the Bernsey car heading out the pits and going up the hill, and the hybrid car coming just out of the boot section. But Sean Skitt in the LNR car in 5th, that you asked who's behind hybrid here, is 1 lap down. So they are on lap 182, whereas the leaders are 184, and Ryan Otten's coming up to go over the line to start lap 184. So there you can see the distance where the Aston is going through the bus stop, and the hybrid car coming to the start-finish line now. It's still a massive lead that the KSR team has managed to... and I can't tell you exactly why, except for one spin that Vega Grobler had in the hybrid car, unfortunately, early on in the race. That was the only really bad thing that happened to the hybrid guys. Otherwise, they've run a pretty much flawless race, man.
But as everyone says, that's endurance racing, you know?
Yep.
You can not put a foot wrong, and then 5 minutes towards the end, you end up in tears on the side of the Mulsanne Straight.
Exactly. Let me just correct myself. Lazar Cavor has climbed in the car, so there is a driver change from Burnsy King, who was in the Aston. So we'll see what Lazar's times are and then what Ryan's times are. But Otten's is due in the next 30 minutes or 20 minutes. You see, they did this pit stop on the half an hour where everybody else has been doing the pit stops on the hour. So they're running some kind of other strategy in that Aston to stay ahead, and it might work for them, eh?
When that Aston gets light, though, the rear tyres start seriously burning up. So it's a risky strategy, definitely doable. But, you know, after 8 hours, do you want to have to be that careful? So we'll have to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, look, I'm quite happy with how the car handles, and in the races I've had, I haven't encountered it getting that loose or that delicate that you got to tiptoe. You can still hammer the car. So, and these guys are very quick with this car. So we'll see what happens. The next best Aston Brits in 7th place at JW. Ryan had a drive-through as well. Oh, right, yes, sorry. That's true. They had a drive-through besides Bertus Acherbega having that spin. So that's the 30 seconds that hurt the team, I say, overall, the hybrid team, Russ. Elliot, what is the yellow flashing on some driver names? That's the netcode connection. So
yes.
That's their ping to the server, Elliot. Sean Skitter pinging up and down. As long as it doesn't stay there, as long as it's going up and down and not staying up all the time. When that goes very high, that means they're having a very bad ping to the server location, which I believe is here in Cape Town. So I think Sean Skitter is overseas. With some of the other Nile and company of LNR, Team LNR, and that's why their pings will be a little higher than normal, but not excessive pinging that the car's floating around in the air or going around corners, you know, at right angles, etc. There's Burnsy. He's on the YouTube. Burnsy, come have a chat with us, man.
We only really see problems when people are sitting in the red right at the top of that bar.
Yes, or orange. Yeah.
Most people tend to bounce into it and then come out again, and it's not an issue. ACC has done very well with the netcode. If you had the similar connections with iRacing, you'd see like phantom taps and all sorts of things. But as long as it doesn't hold in the red, it seems to be all right.
Ish. There's Niall Bullion on YouTube saying they've just had a disconnect for the LNR car. That's why Penta's in the pits now. So he's reconnected, but they've got to sit here for 2 minutes. Here he is. So that's a reconnect, and that's dropped them down from 4th or 5th down to 9th now. Oh, that's bad luck now. No, Elliot, you won't have a problem coming out of the UK. We race on a lot of the UK servers, and there isn't an issue between us and that way. And your bandwidth coming out of the UK is way quick, so you wouldn't have a problem connecting to these servers. Your ping rate would be like 30 or 40 pings to the server, which is very acceptable.
Yeah, as far as I mean, I've raced on American servers at like 300 and something ms and haven't really noticed. Yeah, wow. You have to stay a little bit further away.
Yeah.
But they've done witchcraft with the netcode on this. I'm assuming because of the Unreal side of the way the game runs.
Witchcraft.
Well, I mean, the guys that race with us on mobile,
yeah.
You know, we've occasionally had to give people warnings for the connection, and they've literally just stopped someone else using the 4G modem, and it's been fine.
Sure. Okay, pull fence is rolling again, so the LNR car is in fact back in and going, but they are 183 laps now, and their team car's on 186. So
Yeah, 2.5, 3 laps. I mean, unfortunately, it's we are dealing with the internet in its fashions, and you'd have to equate it to getting a random puncture or something like that.
Yeah. And he's got to stop go 30 because he might have sped out the pit lane, and his headlights are not on. So Niall, if you on comms with him, tell him to turn the lights on. Who's in the car? Oh, it's Berries.
Whoever could get connected first again, I'm assuming.
No. It's got to be driver 1. You can't do that. It has to be driver 1. Yeah. So
I'm wondering if the lights is just a visual thing, because I don't think it lets you run without them on.
No, it does, but you've got to turn them on. You do get a warning to turn them on, but I can see his are on. It's just the car ahead of him, or he's probably got his brights on, but they're definitely on because you can see the reflection on the tar now. Yeah, it looks good.
And I've just had an update. Bertus is about to join us on track. He is getting in the car.
Good. Hang on a sec. I'm going to pull our man Burnsy King into the room here. Burnsy!
Hey, what's up, gents?
Bernard King, from the lead car that Lazar is now driving. How are you, buddy?
Tired and hot.
Yeah?
Summer is here in my room.
It is. Where are you? You in Mossel Bay, huh?
Correct.
Yeah, it's warm, I must say. It is warm here in Cape Town as well.
Okay, awesome.
Good.
But we're not yet to talk about the weather.
I'm between the two of you, and it's cold and raining, so go figure.
Jeez, Russ.
Is it raining in Strand or
Up round Hermanus, we've had clouds for the last 5 days.
Wow. Oh, interesting.
Howling wind from Mossel Bay, all the whales have sodded off.
We had the wind. It's come and gone.
So, Benzie, how did you get this right, buddy? Did you just keep the car on the track and go really quick, huh?
That was the plan, and mission completed.
Mission completed. I mean,
yes.
You comfortably 30 seconds, but I'm not going to say it's done and dusted, hey?
No, not by a long shot, eh?
No, you're under pressure, and the hybrid boys are coming.
No, for sure. You know the Afrikaans saying, as it pap reën moet jy skep.
Yeah.
So when I saw Bago had a bit of a slip up, we knew it was our time to pounce. But just kept it clean, tried to go as fast as we can, but safe. You don't wanna take unnecessary risks. We got some good things coming still. So
yeah, and Lazar's quick in the car as well. He's doing 45.5, so he's also comfortable.
Sure. No, he's more than doing enough than that we need. So and then later we got Barkhuizen doing his stints. So
are you getting back in again?
No.
Okay.
I'm done. Mission completed.
You're done. So you can sit back and have a few beers and watch the rest of the stream.
100%. Just coach the guys, read some tire pressures. You know the drill.
I do. Good, man.
Yeah.
How are you finding the tires on this? Because it's a very new track and it's not really modelled for the way the tires work in the game.
Yes, I don't know. The previous two, so Barkhuizen and Lazar, they drove earlier in the day when it was quite hot. So they definitely said, the tires tend to drop off quite quickly. The car starts sliding a bit more. But to the cooler pressure now, I must say, like it's really suiting all of us. The car's gelled very, very nice. So no issues, eh?
Because we had the other Aston Alan mentioned earlier was they're running shorter stints, and my question was, could it be to try and protect the tyres? Because the pit stop here is pretty quick, but you
Yeah.
still do lose time.
Yeah, no,
No,
this was
sure.
Bernard. Burnsy pitted here on the half hour instead of on the hour. That was the car.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to understand. What is your strat here? Are you still full tanking, or you doing a
Alan.
little different spin here?
Alan, you're not going to get me to divulge that sort of information on the stream, are you?
You've only got... There's an Aston and 8. You're fine. You can share with us.
I'll tell you after the race when
All good,
we
buddy.
bring this thing home, eh?
All good, man. I just,
Yeah,
I thought I was going to try it, but obviously full respect and shot, Benzie. Good stint by you, and good luck to the guys for the rest of the for the next 2 hours, buddy.
Yeah, awesome. I'll relay the message, and
Awesome.
definitely thank you guys for your comms. Eh? You're doing a terrific job.
Shot, man. Thanks, Burns.
We appreciate your efforts.
Cool, dude.
All right, guys,
Have a good evening,
brilliant
man.
evening. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers, Burnsy.
Bye.
I was going to try my luck. I see old our poor Reg Mitteleni's just got a stop go for speeding into his pit stop. So that's unfortunate for him. He's going to go further laps down. I'm going to leave you for 10 seconds just to go and get another cold drink. Russ, are you okay here?
I will take the same opportunity, so we'll be quiet for 10 seconds while I just go and do something as well.
Yeah, we'll be back, people. Right, I'm back, and this is my last energy drink for now to get us through until 1 o'clock, so it should be perfect. I see Mitteleni Reg is in the pits, and he's getting his stop go out the way. Elliot shouting hard for Werner. And Werner, oh, we got Bertus Hugo in the car, so Bertus finally driving. He is in the Kinetic Simwaves Racing Force car, there he is. And
Lost the fight about driving the Bentley again.
yeah, he has. Finally, he's had a couple of races. Oh, there's a huge moment right there for Werner Skuman. I'm going to just go back 30 seconds on this replay. We'll watch it on the big screen, but he's just hurt that car badly as he comes around this long right-hander here. It's turning left. It's going down to the boot section, so we should see it happen now. There. Oh, he's hit too much of the curb and he's crossed the track and put the nose into the barrier. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's a lot of aero damage to be taking on such a high-speed track. Yeah, he's going to be forced to pit for that.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, earlier I saw the ATK car and another car have an incident like that, and they were still doing 49 lap times, 44.9 lap times, but here he is. He was near the pit, so he's brought it straight in to fix. And you can see the whole front of that car and the bonnet's up and damaged, so... Oh, yeah, bad luck right there, man. Elliot, that was commonly known as a commentator's curse, because you told me to go and look on Werner and see what he's doing, and as we got onto him, he threw it into the barrier. So, Avara, yeah, this is that was all on your fault for making us the commentators put the camera onto Werner Skuman, who then had a huge accident. That's how it works, dudes.
I like the justification for that. I'm not sure if I agree with it, though.
Right, let's see what's going on here. Lazar in the Aston on 193 laps. His last lap of 45.9. Okay, so read my lips. A 45.9 with Ryan Ottens in the hybrid car doing a 45.0, almost a second quicker. So the 80k boys are thrashing the horses right now to close in this gap. And what is the gap at the moment? Let's have a look. So Lazar,
my assumption would be they are trying to go for the overcut towards the end, because Ottens hasn't pitted yet and Cavor's got at least another pit stop. It's going to be very close between those two at the end.
Yeah, you've just made me think about that, because Burnsy did the pit at 2.5 hours, not at 2 hours on the dot. So they're not going to get away with one more stop. They might have to stop and then a splash and dash in the last couple of minutes, versus if Ottens can get it to the hour, then they've got definitely 2 pit stops to go. One coming now, as you say, and one more with 1 hour left in the race. But I don't believe the Aston can get there on 1 pit stop.
No, oh no, definitely not. I think the Aston's about an hour 45, pushing the limits. So it's 2 very different strategies running.
Yeah, completely.
There.
Yeah. Now look, the hybrid, Ryan is hammering this thing right now and going like a bat out of you know where. So I think they've got nothing to lose, but they do. They can't afford to waste time either. So they've obviously got to drive the car, until it's running on fumes, and then do a proper fill up, and then. Why do we have them on both screens? That's sorry.
We've got Daniel Rowe saying it's HA, not AT.
Oh, sorry, I might have apologies. It's Hybrid Academy car, obviously. Sorry, Daniel. By the way, when are you getting in the car? Or are you not racing this this round? It's just been Ryan and Johan. So maybe you're away racing real cars. I'm not sure. Let us know, Dan. Right, so what else? Look at that. Isherwood all the way back up into 5th, eh? So they had a monster accident coming up from the start-finish line into the that uphill left and right, and
3-4.
What? Yes.
3-4. Yeah.
On like the 3rd or 4th lap as well, and put the car like a minute and a half worth of damage, and they went a lap down in 5 minutes. So they've been driving back from there. They are now on lap 193, while the leader's on 195, and Ryan's coming over the line for 195 shortly. Daniel's saying they're shedding, so he may not drive. Oh, that's tough, man.
Ah, yes, the joys of South Africa.
I was okay earlier. I shedded. I had shedding between 4 and 6, so I started at 5. It was all good, but I could only turn the other machine on after the power came back on, because I don't have enough power for all the machines. But
I was given a grace window, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Justice. Nice. When you're fast asleep, it's all good. Okay.
Oh, he's sitting here. So, first place is pretty much just on their own at the moment, clearing back markets. I'm not really seeing anyone. I think we're going to have to wait for the pit stops to start sort of changing the order up and
Agreed.
pushing people back into each other.
I mean, the gap's a monster all the way around, as you can see. Even, 2, 3, 4 laps, as we can see on the timing screen. We've got Randabel in the Ferrari in close proximity to the Lamborghini, as he's been all evening. And then the other gap, the leaders.
That Lambo is such a monster out the straights, though. Out of the corners onto the straights.
Yeah.
Passing that thing is not an easy task.
Burtis in 6th place, here he is. And his last lap, just as a matter of, was a 1:49.1. So he's only 5.5 seconds off the pace. Got to go faster here, Burtis. As we see,
Barrington Smith is in 12th, is pushing 3rd hard, trying to get past Mayer.
Oh, he's just come into the pits, yeah.
A typical commentator's curse again.
Yeah, some chats happening, and Rob's there also for the 80k guys. It was unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, I see, what Burtis was trying to accomplish, and I understand. So I'm just, there we go. We'll carry on anyway. Consistency being the key, but right now here comes Ryan Ottens in the hybrid car going around the outside and past Burtis. And he kindly moves over and lets Ryan drive along.
Yeah, that's a big thing a lot of people miss with endurance racing. Everyone on track is in their own race.
Yeah.
So yes, it may cost you half a second, but you've got to remember that car that's just passed you is going to do the same to the guy you're chasing in front of you.
Eventually, yeah. No, you're right. You got to have a chuckle at Daniel Rose saying Ryan and Bagger need to pull their fingers out to catch the Aston Martin up ahead. He says if they make it and they get there, he's going to get their Burger King. There's a driving target for the boys. Ryan, you're going to get a quarter pounder deluxe or whatever they are, Burger King, and milkshake. So pull your finger and go, boy.
It's a different kind of radio message motivation, but there we go.
I love it. I dig it. A Ferrari hammering over the curbs is Loic Randabel. Hansi Maiberg has got into the car now, I see, the BMW. Paul Fenter, he's also back in and going for LNR, but Hansi has taken over the car that Werner had the accident with. Yeah, Rob. Morgs did drive that car back from wherever it was all the way up to second and into the competitive position. So I do feel, make no mistake, man, it was all happening, really. But what Christian said about the car not engaging the pit limiter happened to Kieran also on his race the other night. He went into the pits, pressed the button, and it didn't engage. I'm kind of skeptic and go, oh, you didn't push it. And he's like, no, I did push it, but whatever. It didn't engage, and so you got a stop go as well for speeding into the pit lane. So it happens, man. It wasn't, nobody would do something like that on purpose, because you're gonna get the penalty of the additional 30 seconds to stop and chill in that pit lane,
I think technical gremlins.
Yeah.
Best way to phrase it. It happens to the best of them.
It does, man. And I mean, I've seen that through the last 2.5 years I've been involved in watching races. Zaire Essa, big South African, hugely quick, super fast, miles ahead in some race, and they had a disconnect from the lead. They 2.5 minutes later before they can pull out the pits, and you almost 2 full laps down. So
wasn't it Suzuka a couple of races ago? We had a guy in the lead, DC.
Yeah.
5 odd laps to go.
Exactly. I remember that actually. So, yeah, this game's not fun, eh? I've seen it happen to a couple of the big guys, Jardiers and company. They had a disconnect the other night. They had to wake up the lead driver at 2 in the morning to get online to reconnect. And, they managed to finish their race. It was a 24-hour. And they had a freaking disconnect from like in the top 5 position. So, yeah, it happens, eh?
The pain is real.
It is, man.
I mean, to put it into real life, you equate it to a wheel gun failing at a pit stop, or an injector going wonky. It's just one of those things.
It's more like the pneumatic stripping the wheel nut, then it's screwed. It's rounding off the edges. It can't get the wheel nut off, remember?
With wheel gun failures, they're computer controlled. So when it strips the bearing, it literally is just removed the thread.
Yeah.
So you need a hammer and chisel and a heat gun to get the damn thing off.
Exactly. Okay, looking. Musa now down to 6.7 seconds. So he is closing in. This was the challenge that was always going to happen. They were 24 seconds out earlier, and now they're only 6.7 seconds back. Bertus just not quick enough, still doing 149s. This car's doing 145s. So I can't tell you what, if Bertus is having a drama. We'll put him on the...
He has just cleared some traffic.
Yeah, could have been.
So I don't know if he's just slowed down a bit to let one of the front markers through. I'm trying to see who that was.
It's the L&R car that was oh no, who's gone ahead of him, sorry.
Enter, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the Aston is not that far behind him now, as we watch him on the picture-in-picture, and then Musa in the Aston on the big screen. Lazar Kavod, 200 laps with just on 2 hours to go. All looks good everywhere.
Everyone, apart from a couple of back out of place people, everyone's sort of spread out. It's kind of hard to try and find. We've got a Scrunton and Van der Vestes in the pits.
Yeah. Kevin Scruton in the McLaren, and then the big Lambo. It's Ruan van der Vestes in pitting from 10th place. And here we come over the start-finish line. So Bertus does a 151 now, so he's going even slower, and Moore does a 145, 7 seconds quicker.
And we have a Mytilene in his Honda in the wall up the back of the outer loop. Sorry, inner loop.
Okay, got him. He's going again. The pass is happening on the big screen. It's done already, actually. The McLaren, at least the Aston's gone past. Bertus is, you can't hold him up, but he's just not happy in that car for some other reason. Sorry, I meant to tell you, Bertus is now driving Aston, same as me. He's left the Bentley and moved into the Aston.
I mean, you can all join my dark side, because that's all I try.
Yeah. I have. I've gone back to it. That's the car I started with when I first started racing in ACC. So, I see Reg also in the wall again. Was he in the wall twice now?
Yeah, he's got some serious rear suspension damage.
We're gonna go in car quickly and have a look at the steering wheel. Oh my word, shame. His hands are 12 and 6. He can't turn the steering wheel. The car won't turn.
No, he's got some. I think he's recovered. Oh no, he's going to try it. I thought he was going to recover, but no, he's
determined to get it back to the pits. This is going to be a moving chicane for the last 3 corners, man.
Oh, considering you can't turn right, this is going to... Oh, no, don't get on the racing line.
He's on the racing line. Is anyone coming? Yes, car 556 is right there.
556 is right
Water.
up behind him. All I can hear is tyre squeal from the onboard.
Showman. He's done very well to get it back to the pits as old Reggie. But, oh, the steering wheel is just messed. Now he's got to cross the track to get to the pit lane entry. And here comes another quick car.
He's at 3 o'clock going in a straight line. That basically sums up his... he's not even turning.
He can't get it to the pits.
No, he can't get around the corner.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's used the wall.
Hey, way to go, Reggie. I was hoping he'd be in a public voice channel. I could go and pick him up and chat to him, but he's not. He's all on his own. But there we go.
It wouldn't be, I'm assuming the things that he's saying now wouldn't be very suitable for YouTube.
So, man. Wow. That took him the best part of 4 minutes just to get back to the pits, I'm sure. Oh, he has killed that car for definite. Werner on the YouTube saying these stints are getting hot now. We saw you put it in the wall there a moment ago, buddy. So, yeah, it's commonly known as fatigue, bro. Ottens through the first sector, his last lap of 45.8, chasing Lazaka Board doing a 46.3. That gap I'd probably say is at the moment about 20 something seconds, give or take. I'm going to wait to see if it comes up on the Delta screens. Yeah, we saw that happen on the stream, man. Bad luck. But oh, there we go. The gap's 33 seconds. So 1.5 hours to go. Oh no, just under 2 hours to go, and 33 seconds separates first and second. That's not bad after 7 hours or 6 hours.
Just sitting with the onboard with the two of them, Lazar looks a lot more comfortable up in first. You know, you're seeing the lines he's taking, he just looks happy with where he is. Ottens is being a bit more stabby,
yeah,
with the wheel. But we've got that whole, we don't know when either of those two are going to pit.
Ottens is a second a lap quicker right now. So the hybrid boys are closing in, dude. The last lap he did at 45.3. Lazar needed a 46.2.
So he must be just sending it to get rid of the tyres for their last long stint. Because we had, what, half an hour, 45 minutes difference between the two?
Yeah.
On their pit schedule.
Yeah, well, a half an hour more or less. So I don't know, we'll see. I think they both have two pit stops to go, but whether Lazar or the lead Aston's full tank or whether it's a splash and dash for the last stint, I'm not sure. But I expect we should see Ottens coming in the next 5 minutes, give or take, and then one more stop for them.
It's one of those times you wish the spectator will show you how much fuel they had.
Yeah, but that would definitely, you know, that would be opening a can of worms completely. So I think it's a good thing that
100%.
Yeah, that can't be made available. That was like me trying to squeeze, you know, blood out of a rock asking Burnsy about that pit strat. There's no way anybody's going to share that kind of info at this time in the race, you know?
I know, you lie about it at the start of the race and then do something completely different.
Right, watching them as last lap again, Lazar 46.0. Ryan coming to the line now. And this lap is a 45.6. So 4/10s quicker. He's definitely the quicker car. and very comfortable as the car gets lighter. And
that Otten's, I don't know if he's listening, but he does appear to have calmed down a little bit. He's not quite just throwing it through the corners anymore.
No, he's happy. I don't think he's listening to us. I'm sure Daniel's talking to him and probably calming him down, because Daniel's on the YouTube hearing what you're saying. So
he's getting in the groove again.
But he's got very quick. He recently acquired a direct drive wheel, I think, or a new wheel, maybe not a base, I'm not sure, but he's blindingly fast all of a sudden in the league races. So yeah, Ryan's got quick now. Quick.
While the wife's in Europe, I've been trying to find a Fanatec DD, and no, just out of stock.
Yeah. Now, you see what I did to get mine? I trawled eBay in the UK and then found the base, because what people have done is they bought the bundle and then they've split the bundle up and then they've sold the individual items for more to make money out of the deal. So the first bundle I bought for Kieran, which was in September last year, and we only got it in January. So it was a 5-month waiting list before they got it in stock direct from Fanatec, sent to the UK, and then resent from the UK to us, because you can't buy the bundles anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fanatec don't ship to South Africa.
No, obviously I sent it to my missus, who was at her sister's in the UK. That's how I got it.
Oh, and then, that was the plan.
Yeah.
For me, but Fanatec just is out of stock. What seems like globally.
No, they are. But what I'm saying is, get onto eBay on eBay UK and go and find them. There's a couple of guys selling them there for £400 to £600.
No, I'll have to, because
that's the only way you're going to get it, dude.
The G29 just it's a great starter wheel, but after a while, you start to realise the problems with it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I could still come to... I've still got mine as the backup, and it still works perfectly. I didn't have a problem with it. I must say it's nice to have this DD. It's the 8 Newton meter one that I've got, and it is nice. And it is a step up from the G29, so there we go, you know. But yeah, you can get them if you want it. You've got to think outside the box, and eBay's a great option. If you've got somebody in the UK now, you buy it, get it sent to them, and then they can bundle it and send it to you. And then you just buy the room from Digital Motorsport or somebody like that, you know?
Digital Motorsports are out of stock of everything Fanatec. I think you've leaked what everyone knew already.
Oh well. Otherwise, then you got to watch. But you got to watch the second-hand market. But I don't think there's too many DDs available second-hand here in South Africa.
I mean, I could just justify a British trip to Germany, but go knock on the factory door and say, "Oi, give me one."
Yeah, I mean, if you're traveling, you could, you know, I don't know. That's what I had to do to get one and got it, so all good. I'm happy, and I'm not going to be putting any more money into it, that's for sure. Right, where are we here? 1 hour, 49 minutes to go. And the whole hybrid team are chirping about how quick Ottens is, and yeah, make no mistake, he never wasn't quick, I agree, guys. But he's exceptionally quick all of a sudden.
Kavor has just had a massive toe right the way through the second sector.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be a close one at the end here.
Yeah, I'm just watching my networking here. I'm still pushing data out, but it's a little bit lower than it normally is, so just bear with me here. Okay, now it's going back up again. Internet's not happy in this country sometimes, huh?
No, I mean, well, Yeah, no, let's. I'm not. No.
Well, you try and say what you're trying to say, man.
No, no, it's not all.
Who are you watching?
The Isherwood just threw up a huge cloud of dust. Got it properly offline, coming down the start-finish straight.
Alright, my line's going back again. You know, in OBS at the bottom right-hand corner, you've got your drop frames and your CPU usage frames and then your kilobits per second. And it's either a red or an orange or a green box that defines what's going on. Russ?
Yeah, for me, where I live, it's usually red, but...
Oh. No, I mean, I've got a 50 down and up line, so, you know, it should work 100%, but I've set OBS to push out 8 kilobits per second so that we can, you know, get an HD stream here, and the numbers are currently down at the 4.5, 4.8. Now it's going back up again.
Oh, you need to get yourself one of the Intel graphics cards with AV1.
No, I don't. I have an NVIDIA. I don't need Intel anything, thank you. No, this card, there's nothing wrong with this card, man. It's not, the card is not slowing down my internet, pal. This is internet.
Oh, no, I'm 100% with you. I was just being facetious.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
AMD is my friend, and I still have a 1080 Ti that I've had for 7 years.
Yeah.
Because nothing is worth replacing it. Went to the launch of the 20 series, spoke to NVIDIA's guys at the launch, and they all went, no, it's not worth it. The 30 series was the same, 40 series is doing the same. We just, you know, as gamers have to put up with, we're in a rut.
Well, I don't know, the broadcast machine's got a 2060 in, which I used for the best part of 2 years, and when I bought the new machine, I bought a 3060 for this machine I use here, running the big 49 inch. It works 100% for me. No problem. I can run this thing at 110 frames per second, no problem. So I'm not going to go and drop 50 and 60 grand for a screen card because...
Oh, I mean,
no.
The 3060 is probably the best financial decision you've ever made.
Yeah, probably. It's good enough for what I needed to do, so... Right, Ryan at 25.5 seconds now, so he is closing that gap down on Lazar. Lazar 146.5, Ryan doing a 145.8. And then Mayer, strangely, a very slow 147.5 in third place, so...
Mayer's just cleared traffic, so I'm assuming that'll be... He's just crossing the line... Oh no, sorry, he's in Sector 2.
He's only 38 seconds behind Ottens, by the way. So first, second, and third are within a minute of each other, all three of them.
Well, he's got a pretty tasty gap, and then he's got fourth in front of him. So he's going to get a fairly good toe when he manages to close in.
Yeah, agreed. And you can see there's a man wants to come and chat with us.
Watkins is one of those tracks where you've got to, especially in endurance, you've got to decide if you want to close up or stay back. Because, yeah, the toe works, but it only works on what are considered long straights, but they're actually pretty short.
Oh, my word. Sean Skitter just going around in the LNR car with the Aston Martin of Muad Musa, and they almost came together and spun through the bus stop. Yes, I can't believe I missed that car. So, yeah, ambient dude, sure. Ambient dude. Russ, it's Ruan Celiers. Come have a chat if you want to. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of things happen now in the last. We're at 145 now to counting, so it's essentially a normal GT3 race from here out to the end now.
It's a full-on splash dash sprint. I think you could phrase it.
Late in the evening now, 8:23 p.m. It's flat dark as you can see, but I mean, how awesome does the game look with these lights and the exhaust and the flashing and everything? It's a really, really nice game.
The decision to go with Unreal for this version of Assetto Corsa was a masterstroke.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what Unreal 5 is going to look like? With some of the prototype games that have come out, it is going to be beautiful. We just have to hope the physics side of things is still there.
See, this also makes it for an interesting race because Watkins is not floodlit, as you can see. So it's not like running around on Paul Ricard or Suzuka with floodlights.
I don't know if you want to change the cam image to an onboard, because the onboard lighting is very different. So it gives a better impression of what they're seeing.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Scooter closing down on... Is that Fenter in front? Oh no, he's pitted, never mind.
It's Fitter in the pits and Jason Isherwood in the pits, yeah.
So we'd have to assume this is going to be last stint at this point.
Yeah,
an hour and 41?
No, you can't.
It's
you
so
can't.
Close.
The fast aliens will tell you on the YouTube, you can't do this to the end without a pit stop. There's still going to be a splash and dash. I'm convinced you can't do an hour 40 on a tank.
First is coming through the last of Sector 3 now. So first and second have the Sector 3 complex pretty much between them.
Yeah.
But we know they're on different strategies.
Yeah. Ooh, Ryan Ottens was well out of shape coming out of that third last corner. All on the grass, but still pushing like heck.
It looks like he's getting a bit of front drift coming out of the final corner. Let's have a look through the front. Yeah, no, his front's washing out a little.
Must be a bit of dead going on there. His last lap, Lazar 46.8, Ryan 46.2. So they're not in the low 44s or 45s. So the car's becoming harder to drive. There must be a bit of dig on the tires.
I mean, you've got to run it long because you don't want to pit and then do that again.
Yeah.
An hour and 20 minutes later. Third and ninth. Start finish. Yeah, I think first and second is the only question mark we've got at the moment.
Well, it's first, second, and third. There's, as I say, 50 seconds between the three of them. So, but it's all going to boil down to, you know, what their strats on when they pit.
With an hour and 38 to go, you know, one of them pits now. That could be their detriment with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, you got to get close to the hour, man.
Watching Mayer seeing what he does now, he's cleared the traffic on the fast parts, but he's got a lot of traffic. Yeah, I think Mayer in third's gonna pit.
So Ryan's
Maybe
last lap.
in the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Ryan's last lap back down to 45.4. So that 46.2 was just, he had a drama somewhere or he had traffic. So he's still running as quick as he was. Whereas Lazar, 47 last lap. So that gap is now closing down. It's at 22 seconds with 1 hour 38 minutes to go.
I mean, Lazar's cleared 2 people on the last lap or so. He's got a bit of space, but he's got 13 coming up.
Mayer's in the pits from third. Sure, at 137. They can't make it on one. I'm sure they can't. A super early pit for them.
Yeah,
I think they're pitting now and they're going to do a stop go like 10 minutes from the end. Just, you know, 10 litres to get to the end.
You think it's worth the time?
I can't see the car getting to the end from this range. I don't think the tank's big enough to last an hour 40 minutes.
No, the Audi's a thirsty little
yeah,
engine.
I don't know. I'd like to hear what the other hybrid boys say.
Yeah.
I seriously can't see you can't go 1 hour 40 on a tank. It can't get there.
But the pit stop loss here, with the speed you take down the straight, it's that's I can't see what they're coming out with. That's an interesting decision.
That gap's now 21 seconds.
Otten's just gone past him.
And they didn't change position, basically. So he's still in third, net.
So, potentially going for the undercut?
No.
It seems a bit far-fielded, but...
No, they've still both got a fuel stop. They have to.
Well, first and second also do as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, both of these two cars have to stop still. I really don't believe they can get there. No one's answering on the YouTube, so I don't know, I might be talking rubbish, but I personally can't see how... I don't think they can go that far.
Hey, we're racing commentators, that's part of the job.
Hansi in the pits from 8th, so he's coming in for the BM. I'm also not sure if he can finish from there. But we're going to be finding out in just over an hour and a half.
Just trying to work out who's getting the tow. Second and third are basically dragging each other along.
Yeah. But second, yeah, I mean, Otten's much quicker than the car is chasing. Lazar up ahead.
Otten's is in.
He's in now. Here we go. All right, so it's all in the air. Bernard King, Alan, send it. Send what? I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if they can go that far, but good luck. Gee. Ottens is in, and so now let's see where Lazar goes and what happens, because that releases Fleming to go back into second. So
I mean, he's going to come out behind what, 15th and 9th? Maybe the tow will help them. Because first has got Cavor in first. Sorry, has got a hell of a gaggle of traffic to help him pull him through.
Yeah, genre, how's it? Yeah, you want to come have a chat? Pop in.
Reginald's in the pits again. Oh no.
Reggie.
And jumping to him, he has a very broken windscreen.
Oh no.
I don't think it's going well for him.
Well, he's got to be absolutely exhausted and shattered by now, because this is now, he's been in there for 6.5 hours, dude.
Oh yeah, no, his arms have gone to jelly.
Lazar last lap of 45.9, so he's going quicker again. So yeah, possibly just traffic holding the guys up and a bit of unsuredness in the darkness, but they're quick again. Bega now in the car, by the way, so the change over from Ryan. Jan Bega Krobler's in. Dig the flashing going on and the sparks.
Yeah, Cavor's got a lot of back market traffic to clear, but he is getting the toes.
Yeah.
But Vago is third of a lap down, but he is going.
Cool. Stand by, I'm going to pull Loic in. He's the driver that is running in the Ferrari. Loic, are you there, sir?
Good day, good day.
Good day, how you doing?
A bit tired, but you know, it's fine.
I was going to say, you guys got to be exhausted. This has been a long 7 hours.
We've been extending our stints as much as possible. We've got Moss in the car, and then we're gonna have someone else in the car for the last stint, and then yeah,
That's
so
it.
I'm done for the day.
So you're pitting again?
Yes, at some point.
How are you finding the tyre life? Like, is it an hour, half an hour?
In the Ferrari, it's weird. It's weird in the Ferrari. It goes fine for about half an hour to 40 minutes, and then it drops off, and then it comes back again. But it feels very different when it comes back again, so yeah.
That's weird, man.
We've been spitballing who's going to pit when and trying to work out if it's 1 or 2 pits for the next hour and 40 odd.
Well,
so you guys reckon you're going to pit again?
Yes, but it's going to be 1 pit stop.
Yeah.
But I reckon the Lamborghini is going to do 2. I don't think they can extend their stint long enough.
That's the car you're chasing at the moment, Kurt Glashagen.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, so you're hoping they got to do 2 more stops and you guys only have 1, so you should be able to net past them, because you guys are on the same lap, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We would have been ahead of them though if Rego didn't take us out.
Oh, some racing drama early on in the race, that's right, I remember that.
Yep. Not even looked at, but yeah. It is what it is at the end of the day, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, without stewards live, you know, you should still then have a say if there was something that you weren't happy about. But, yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, it's an 8-hour race, so I'm sure you're still going to get past, as you say, but hour 30, 1.5 hours to go. It's anything can still happen. I'm sure you guys will finish, you know, in a good result, though.
Yeah, I mean, we started pretty much last, so
yeah. You
P11 is a good result anyways.
That's it. The other Ferrari, you guys were together, and the other one's disconnected. So it's a net good result all in all, I think.
All in all, yep. Especially as it's pretty much mine and Moss's second endurance race.
Oh, that's
like,
awesome.
Ever. And yeah, the other driver's first, but yeah, it's been solid.
Good stuff, man. Well
You've got
done.
a very racy looking setup at the moment, watching you guys through the first sector. Yeah, that car looks fun to drive.
It is when the tires are fine.
Yes.
Mustard looks very comfortable, eh?
Yeah, not in the last sector. I've been seeing him go completely wide on the second last corner.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on him and see how it goes at the moment. But yeah, good man. Glad you guys had a good round, and hopefully we'll see you get a couple more in then. You know.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we'll
Awesome.
probably come back for the Spa 24, so if that's happening, that is.
Cool. Well, let's see. That's December time, so still a while out, but we'll see what happens.
Indeed.
Good. Thanks for coming in, Loic, and having a chat, and all the best going forward, buddy.
Yeah, you too. Likewise.
Cool.
Hey, good race.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. So, just switching to Kurt Glashagen at the moment. He's in the Lambo here. Exhaust's glowing out the back, but his last lap of 47.0 and Mostert in the Ferrari 47.5. So, that gap between them not that big, but it's a dice all the way to the end there, Russ.
Oh, I'm listening to what they were just saying. I think we're going to see a lot of changes in the next half an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe 55 minutes.
Cool. Well, it's all going to happen.
Because I mean, if you look at the start of Sector 1, there is a lot of out of place people very close to each other.
Yeah. Lazar is in the toe of the boot at the moment, and Bego Krobler is heading towards the start-finish line. So they're almost 3/4 of the track ahead.
Lazar's having the best stint of his life. Watching the way he's driving, he's just in the zone. I don't know, I can't think of how to phrase it better, but the car is just doing what he wants it to,
Yeah.
and he ain't slowing down.
.46.4 that lap. And Bego a 45.3. 1.1 seconds quicker.
He's what, half a lap behind?
It's 3/4 of a lap behind. But I still think they've got a... Yeah, there's 2 pit stops each. I mean, per car at least.
Bego's got the bit between his teeth.
Yeah,
if he
for
can
sure.
hold on with the tyres, I mean, it could be a photo finish. So Bego pitted, what, 10-ish minutes ago? Lazar's been in there for almost an hour.
Yeah, they'll be in shortly, man. No question.
So we got running down the back. Unfortunately, the rest of it looks like people unlapping themselves. You know, with the
Yeah.
driver swaps and stuff.
Yeah. It's just big gaps, man. I mean, Mustard's the only real other Ferrari.
We have Cavors in the pits.
There we go.
So first place is pitting. Where is Bego? He is up.
He's far away, dude.
Yeah, he's he's going to be still in Sector 3 by the time the Cavor comes out. But Bago is driving it like he stole it.
He is. He's wringing its neck. So, yeah, 1.5 hours from here. You can't do this on one stop. There is another pit stop for... There's one more pit stop for Bago, and there'll be one more pit stop for Lazar's car. So, it's going to happen, dude. This is going to be close towards the end.
So, we have Cavor is leaving the pits now. Bago is just joining the start-finish straight.
Yeah.
So, what's that, about 10, 15 seconds tops?
Yeah, close on 15 seconds. I'm watching. I've got it running on my share, whatever you're watching. I'm not sure, but it's live here. And Lazar's got a car ahead of him that he's trying to go past for the bus stop here. So we got to wait for them to get through the bus stop. Lazar's in the PRP, picture-in-picture, and Bago on the big screen. So we'll wait for him to get up to the bus stop. He's not that far away, so here comes the gap now. And it's going to be about, there we go, 15 seconds.
Yeah. That's it. After...
And Bernard Barkhuizen's in the car, dude.
6 and a bit hours, and they're that close.
Yeah. So we'll see now how quick Bernard Barkhuizen's going to push, but like you say, Bago's got the bit between his teeth and he's firing on all 8 cylinders.
I had to jump back to Bago's car to see which one he was in.
14.5 seconds. I'm going to just leave it on these two for a while because this is the most important dice at the moment. But we'll keep our eyes peeled on the other races that are happening. The Kleinans Glashagen one, that's also happening. They're pretty close. Well, 30-something seconds. 26 seconds, sorry, there we go.
Yeah, you know, we're in that iffy period where
Exactly.
the pit stops change the race dynamic massively. So we got odds on Barkhuizen's got what? 40-ish minutes. Bago's got probably half an hour, maybe a bit less. Would be my guess on the fuel and tyres. And then we need to go back down the grid to what we 8th, 9th and 10th is probably going to be the next big shift.
I mean, John Ray on the YouTube also saying the 95 might need to splash and dash. I think both of them need to. I don't think there's enough to get to the end from here. It's 1 hour 20. It's 80 minutes. It was 85 minutes when Barkhuizen was, or 90 minutes when they pitted. So I don't think they can make it from there.
I mean, they could, but they're going to be in very restrictive engine modes.
Well, everyone who's here, we got 14 people still watching, and it's going to be a fight right down to the last couple of laps. Yeah. Right, update on Bernard Barkhuizen last lap, a 45.4. So he is now hammering it in the lead. Bago coming over the line now. I'll tell you his last lap. He's even quicker.
These two have seen how long's left and they are going for it.
It was a 44.8. So that gap now at 14 seconds. Bago is closing it down. Exciting.
Just watching Bago riding the curbs up at the chicane at the start of Sector 2.
Yeah.
That Merc is so planted.
Yeah, it's solid.
I think we might actually have a race on our hands.
We definitely had. This is not, it's certainly not over and done with.
Because they're on the same lap and there's only one back marker between them.
Yeah.
Well, wait, yeah, it's down to 13 seconds.
Now Bago's, he's driving the car now, dude. Now he can smell, he knows. It's good. It's what we needed. I'm excited.
He's got like AMG tyre smoke and he's going with it.
What is the real time? It's midnight, so we're all good. I'm just watching my internet and everything. I can't believe the dramas I had with YouTube earlier on today. I mean, four reconnects every hour on the hour. It was like clockwork. It was like something was set somewhere. And I've never seen that anywhere. It's never happened before.
I have seen some random mumblings from the Cybersec community that there is some cable breaks around the UK, but that shouldn't hit us.
No. Just daft.
Yeah, there's weird internet pixies.
Last lap, Sparkos in 45.9, Bago Krobler 45.2. The gap is down to 13 seconds with 1 hour and 15 minutes to go. So it's going to come down to one more splash and dash for both cars.
I mean, when does Bago pit though? You know, he's going to catch him with what, about 35 minutes to go?
Yeah, like half an hour left.
Does he just stay in the groove and go?
He can't. If the car's running out of fuel, he can't. He's got to fit.
It's going to be a fun team conversation going on there.
I'm sure. Right now, it's just a matter of drive it as hard as you can and keep it out of the wall. And that pressure is also pushing onto Bernard Barkhuizen because he can feel, he knows he's coming. So he's trying his hardest to go quicker. Barkhuizen's last lap was a 44.7. That was a fast lap.
Yeah, but how much is he doing 3 or 4 like quali laps just to,
I don't know,
try and increase the gap?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing scrub from the onboard, but he's definitely pushing. Cameron, why would you mention the 24-hour race? It's painful.
Yeah. Yeah, even I don't know about that, seriously. We need to get solid buy-in from a good 4 to 6 people, just even for the comms side of things.
But yes, it is fun doing it, but it is, from an admin side, it's not that enjoyable.
No, it's a lot of hard graft, that.
I think the last one I did 18 hours.
Right, Barco's in 45.0, Bago 45.1. They're matching each other now. So the time, the gap at 13.5 seconds is static. Bernard King saying easing the tires in. These guys are hammering the cars right now. There's nothing easy about anything here, Burnsy.
Oh, Barkhausen's catching traffic rapidly.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure.
Ago's got kind of a draft and a bit of clean air, but the last 40 odd minutes of this are going to be interesting.
There's definitely got a race on our hands, people. Bauer is also in this, but just a little bit further back. Car 99, which
I mean, he's got a toe, but he's going to catch back markers at the worst part of this track.
Muad Musa in the pits from 6th. I wonder if he's going to stay in or Werner's going to get back in the car. I think Werner's getting back in. Oh my word. Barkhausen does a 44.9, Bagger Krobler does a 44.6.
Yeah, they're obviously listening to us.
It's on, dude. It's on like a scone right now. This is awesome to watch.
So we've got Barkhausen's catching Myberg in 8th. And Grobler's got clean air probably till the end of sector 3.
Well, that 11 car, Kleinans in the Audi, he hasn't been closing in as quickly as we thought he is. But everyone else isn't exactly going slow. The car 11, his last lap was a 47.0 versus Bago's 44.6, so that's 2.5 seconds on a lap alone that he's closing in. He'll be on him shortly.
You know, this track and traffic, it's a blessing and a curse. It's a bit like Monza. You want it at some points, but you don't want it most of the time. Well, we have a bit of an off there from Berta in the 556 McLaren. Little off-track activity there.
Let's go back 30 seconds and watch it. He's coming to the bus stop in the McLaren, flat stick, and the Audi's right there. Oh, he just went straight to let the Audi go through. That's what happened. Okay, so not too much of a drama, but nice of him to get out the way. I think that was possibly Fleming that, yeah, it was Fleming Bauer that he let go. So he just jumped right out the track to let him go through.
I just saw the yellow flag pop up and got all kinds of excited.
That's all good.
You know, the big thing with endurance racing is the blue flag rule, because it's incredibly difficult to enforce, but it needs to exist.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if first is sitting behind a back marker, you don't want to ruin the racing, but at the same time, they're not racing at the same time.
Yeah, it's difficult now. Right.
So yes,
sure.
diving off track, yes. As long as you don't just hit the wall and pirouette off, fine. But at the same time, it's up to the faster driver to overtake sensibly.
LNR BMW just getting right out of the way over the start-finish line. They go pause through for a 45.0. That gap coming down at least half a second. He's closing the gap. It'll be null and void by the time they come to their pit stops, Russ.
Well, Bago's got what, 20-ish minutes left, I think. Barkay's he's got what, minimum 15-ish minutes to stay racy, and he's probably going to lose first place by the time he gets there.
No,
So,
he won't give up race track position. This is going to be a fight. There'll be a little bit of argy-bargy and touchy-feely because there has to be.
No, I mean, rubbing is racing, yes,
true.
but there doesn't have to be.
Well, he's not going to let Bago just drive by, kind of thing. Let me put it to you that way.
I mean, he's got what, 12.3 is the gap.
Yeah,
It
was 15 just now.
He's going to need to pit in the next 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
And then he's got to push for an hour or 50 minutes.
Yeah, and he's got Bago shutting him down almost constantly.
Yeah, but Bago also has to pit and splash and dash. Like, he can't go to the end with what he's got.
It's the undercut versus overcut argument. That they're sort of sitting in no man's land going,
exactly.
What strategy do we do? Yes, we're faster now, but will we be fast enough when he comes back out on fresh rubber?
Yeah, I got you. Just going to pop down here to Ruan Kleinans. Look at this train of cars. He's in the Audi. He's just behind Hansi Meyerberg here. So this for position. Coming up to the bus stop. This could end in tears, boys. That was well done. They just pulled through. Very good.
Very brave pass and well respected.
Yeah, Hansi Meyerberg's just got right out of the way and let a whole bunch of cars come through. Oh, it's the chasing Bago Krobler that just went through. That's why he got out the way. That's Bago going through the traffic.
I was just looking to see if he had any damage, but no, he's just clearing space for the blue flags. And now he gets to tow down the straight, so fair play to him.
Yeah, but he's lost almost a second now in that gap that he had. It's back up to 14.2. So the traffic's playing a part in this. Now we've got Barkhuizen got some traffic up ahead. That pulls out the way and Barkhuizen goes through onto the start-finish straight. So we'll see what that lap does for him. He gets a 1:45.2. I guarantee Bago's lap will be in the 46s because of the traffic. And you never know, somebody might crop up here with a drive-through for off tracks. I mean, this track doesn't offer you that much. I don't think there's any areas, but you never know, you know.
Well, Bago's got an Audi being difficult in front of them as well, which ain't going to make him happy. Yeah, no, there is very limited wiggle room.
Yeah.
You've got to equate the Watkins to Monaco. Even though it is much bigger, it doesn't have any runoff.
Bago got a nice tow up from that Audi going into the bus stop, so...
He lost a load of time through T1 and 2, though.
Gap's at 14.4, so 2/10 tops. Coming up to the witching hour.
Got 7th and 8th LaRue and Clanans are on different laps, but they are right up against each other.
Well, Hansi is 4 seconds off the back of Kleinans in 8th. So that's a full-on race. The LaRue and Kleinans, they're a lap apart, as you said, but
Yeah.
Myberg is 4 seconds off the back of Kleinans in the Audi in that full position. So they're having a good dice at the moment, the Avara Team Tryhard Racing BMW.
Oh, well, if they can make it last another lap or so, Hansi should be right up behind them.
Yeah.
And as I say that, he goes fast.
It just goes to show the speed differentials. Hey? The leader's doing 44s and 45s, and these guys are at 47s and 49s.
But that Audi is a tricky car to drive.
Yeah,
fast.
but it's quick. Bernsey, I'd be interested to hear how your fingernails are doing right now, buddy. We've got an hour to go. Looks like Kleinans is pulling away from Myberg because the gap's growing there, so...
I think getting free from the traffic is set him free, but he hasn't seen what's coming. He's got 7th and 2nd in front of him, so it's not going to be an easy blue flag pass. So we've got Vega with a tow from Solomon down the start-finish straight.
They both did 45 threes now.
Matching times,
Yeah.
pretty much. Oh, who's
This
going to
is-
blink first?
You know what? Yeah, Bernard King traffic playing a big role now. This is going to come down to how long the cars are static for in the pits in this last stop. In other words, do you need to put in 30 litres or 10 litres, you know?
Yeah, save that half a second by not putting the extra litre
Yeah,
in.
something like that. Because that's how close this is going to be.
Bago's cleared the traffic, so it is 1st and 2nd on track now. And they've got the straight down at the boot between them,
Yep,
give or take.
yeah.
But Barkhuizen has 13th and 11th in front of him.
That traffic pass hurt Bago though. He's just lost 2 seconds right there for that one car because he had to go around the outside through into the boot section.
Yep,
So
Barkhuizen's got the same. Oh no, he skipped one. They went into the pits. Oh, this may have changed the tables slightly.
No, there was a 2 second separation.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah, that was painful.
there. Right, so
But-
the other cars in the pits, as you can see, Russ, so you can expect there's going to be a stop coming soon. We're on the hour now. Now we're sub 59, 60, under 60 minutes left now, so...
So we've got Hansi in the Team Tryhard pitting, and Fenter
Yeah.
is in as well. Do we have anyone else on this
Yeah.
lap?
Buerta in the McLaren is in. From 13th. Nothing happening as far as position goes down there, but It's on the hour and it's the last stop for those guys.
It's what, 10th, 12th, and 13th. So there could be some position changes just out of that. It's sitting with Barkhays and Impole, trying to. No, he's staying out again.
He's. That was a 45.4 for him. Let's see what Bago puts in. .45.3, he goes quicker. So, but now he's got 2 seconds worth of work to do all over again. Oh, it must be frustrating, eh?
Claynaus in the number 11 Audi's pitting.
Yeah.
And the 953
Aston Martin, yeah. It's Peter Solomon. Skuman back in the BMW, as we said, and he's only 11 seconds off the back of Mostert in that Ferrari. And Mostert believes that Kurt Glashagen has to pit again, so that's going to also be for a dice between 9th and 10th.
They are almost exactly a pit stop apart on track as well. So Glashagen's in the pits in the Lambo.
Go. Yeah. From a race perspective, Mustard, we had Loic saying that the Ferrari doesn't need to pit again, but the Lambo does. So here comes the Ferrari onto the start-finish line. He's going past now.
Yep, he's got the place.